Well, hello everybody and welcome to Car Confections. Now, if you subscribe to the channel, you might have seen that we posted a 2024 refreshed Mercedes GLS review, but we didn't get to drive it because that vehicle sold in the middle of us filming it. Well, we have fortunately been able to track down another GLS 450 so we can show you some of those powertrain enhancements, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video, so let's go ahead and get to it. And in this test drive, we are going to be talking about a lot of different things, as you can see on the screen right now, including getting our signature sound level reading, which of course is very important for a flagship luxury SUV like this. We want to know how quiet it is and see if they've made any improvements for 2024.
And there's 60.
Smooth acceleration.
Smooth as silk and quite quick as well. So let's talk about some specifications, because this actually occurred in part one of the review, and that's going to be an upgraded powertrain that we have on board. So we've bumped our 3-liter turbocharged inline 6-cylinder up to 375 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque for 2024. That is an increase of, I believe, 13 horsepower over last year. Is that going to be a mind-boggling change from last year? No, but I think we can all agree that more horsepower is going to be better, even if it's a slight advantage.
Right. I mean, and really the thing that's so wonderful about this engine and powertrain is just how smooth it is, and that is of course going to continue for 2024. You just have a little bit more power, but you keep that same level of incredible refinement and smoothness that we've loved in all the past GLS videos that we've ever done.
Exactly, and it's still quite quick as well. I believe it's improved just a little bit from last year, so 5.8 seconds to 60.
5.8 seconds, and then you do also have the GLS 580 as an engine option if you want that. That's going to be an upgrade over this 450 that we're testing out today. That is going to have a 4-liter twin-turbo V8. That's going to be making 510 horsepower, 538 pound-feet of torque, so a pretty significant boost in power. Even over this model, it does also have their EQ boost system, and the 0 to 60 on that one is 4.7 seconds, so incredibly fast 0 to 60 if you want the 580. And then of course they will also have the GLS 63 models that you can buy if you want even a step above that. I mean, so smooth.
Yeah, you absolutely don't need anything except for this base engine. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, I don't know if we mentioned it earlier, but this does also have the EQ Boost mild hybrid, so you have a very small battery pack that just kind of helps power your electronics, accessories, and also things like your advanced auto start-stop system, which we'll demonstrate as we come to the next red light. We also have a 9-speed automatic transmission on board, nice and smooth, of course, just like it was in all the previous model years. Really something you can, by and large, just ignore, which is exactly what you want to do in a vehicle like this. Right
into the background. And then you do also have 4MATIC all-wheel drive as standard equipment on all the GLS models. The GLS 450 in terms of fuel economy is only going to have one option because you do have the all-wheel drive system standard. It's 19 miles a gallon combined this year. That is up 1 mpg over the 2023 version. The 580 is going to be quite a bit worse fuel economy at 16 miles a gallon combined, so not fantastic when you choose that model. But do keep in mind it's up 27 horsepower over the previous GLS 550 in 2023. And let me just take a second here to talk about your ride quality. This GLS has ride quality that is pretty much unrivaled by any of its competition. It is so incredibly smooth. When you hit a bump, you absolutely cannot feel hardly any of it transfer into the cabin. And when you're just cruising down a smooth road like what we were doing right there, certainly it just feels like you're riding on a cloud. That is because we do have a standard air suspension on the GLS, so that makes your ride quality absolutely incredible.
Exactly.
And let's get our sound level reading going 55 miles per hour on our designated strip of road. All right, we have settled in officially at 54.6 decibels, which is a very good sound level reading going 55 miles per hour. One thing that I want to talk about here is that we do actually have an option package on the GLS that makes it even quieter than other versions of the GLS. We actually have what is called the acoustic comfort package, which increases your cabin insulation, the windshield, as well as the side windows, and puts special foam in there to make sure it's really quiet inside this cabin. And boy, does it feel like a library in here. It certainly is just one of those cars that you can barely whisper and you can hear everyone inside of the cabin. You're not going to have any trouble hearing the third row occupants, I don't believe.
Right, and we were talking about this earlier. This actually seems like it's almost an electric vehicle in the sense that when you push the start button, you don't even hear the engine fire up. You don't feel it. It's just so smooth, the whole system, everything working together, including the mild hybrid aspect with the advanced auto start stop. Everything just works together so well in this product, and I think that's really just something that makes you feel like have that great sensation of just comfort and luxury. And if you want to see a demonstration of how this auto start stop system works, just pay attention to the gauge cluster. So before you even come to a stop, it'll go ahead and power the vehicle off. That helps you not feel anything on the way down speed, and then
it's so smooth. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like I said, for sure, officially the closest gas-powered car you can get to a full electric vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, it's insanely smooth, guys. And that'll lead us to what the slam dunk is going to be. So, Drew, what's that today?
It's what I was just talking about a few minutes ago. That overall comfort and refinement. I'm not going to, go through that all again. You get the picture here. I mean, this is elite level stuff.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. And as far as our airball is concerned, while it doesn't necessarily reflect our opinion, in part one of our review, when we showed you guys the refresh GLS, a lot of you guys were not so keen that the interior design overall hasn't changed much. They did change some of the technology to give you those modern luxury goodies and stuff, but the overall design looks mostly the same for this refresh 2024 model. I think Mercedes could have maybe been a little bit more radical with the refresh and changing some of the design elements in
Some
here,
people thought it might look like the S-Class sedan, but they haven't changed it to look like the S-Class sedan yet. You're just going to keep most of the same design, just with upgraded technology.
But it is a very nice interior, don't get me wrong. And guys, that's where we're gonna leave off on this test drive part 2 version of the Mercedes-Benz GLS 450 review. If you enjoyed watching this part 2, you might want to check out our part 1 where we discuss all the exterior and interior details of this GLS. So if you haven't seen that already, be sure to go ahead and follow the link in the description, as well as some of the cards will take you to that GLS video. So be sure to do that. And if you're a fan of the channel and continue to watch our stuff, we really appreciate your support because you do make this all possible. So thank you for all that you do. We'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.